OMG.
Speaking of staying evolving, this video was supposed to be, I planned on making it the 2023 end of year awards video. I did one in 2021. I did one in 2022. And first of all, somebody already made one. My man Skate X Triple I.
Oh Lord, what's going on, man? I'm Lord DeAndre, and welcome to the 2023 X Triple I Skateboarding Award.
I don't think I can top his. Also, his was really good. And then I posted on Instagram. I did the normal categories, and I was like, horniest ripper. We all love horniest ripper, don't we? Don't you? We all love to laugh at the horniest skateboarder. I was scrolling through Dane Berman's threads, I was looking for any sign of horny life. But it wasn't that horny this year. And you know what? I was posting the normal categories on the Instagram, waiting to get the votes. And this guy messaged me, and he's like, I've been here for too long. This is boring now. And my heart was not really in it up prior to that, but then when he messaged me that, I was like, God damn, I don't want to do an end of year awards video, really. I don't think these categories are that funny. Besides conservative ripper of the year, I do think that's kind of funny.
Well, we are back.
This is just a recent shopping experience I had. Was scrolling on Instagram, I see this shit. P-Rod. What is up with P-Rod? Always being a little fucking consumer freak. I feel like especially the old heads, like Mikey Taylor, P-Rod, those guys, Rob Dyrdek, they all just turn into these materialistic little assholes. Win a custom Tesla Model Y. Every $1 spent equals one entry. Oh my God. And it's to celebrate Primitive's 10-year anniversary. Really? That's what it is? You're giving away a Tesla just because out of the kindness of your heart? You know what else is funny? You go on their website, and I opened it to look at this page, and a little fucking ticker, a little spinning wheel pops up. So I had a double whammy of gambling stimulus. I was like, ooh, Primitive. I can't wait to spin the fake wheel that will give me 5, 10, or 15% off that mimics something that has an actual fucking flat and even probability, but is definitely going to be rigged in one particular direction to give me a certain outcome. And then I'm going to spend my fucking money, and maybe, just maybe, I'll win a fucking Primitive. I'll win a custom Model Y Tesla from P-Rod himself. What's kind of ironic about this is that the more money you spend, because each dollar is worth one, ticket into this sweepstakes, if you spin the wheel, the higher percentage you get off actually would reduce your chances of winning the car.
Who wants a Tesla, baby? Happy New Year. Come get your Tesla. I'm jealous that we're giving it away. I almost want to cancel this whole giveaway and just keep the car.
I remember back in the day where I would just walk up to a store and there would be a price, and I would give the store clerk money and he would give me the item in return. What's with all the bullshit now? Huh, P-Rod? I'll tell you what's with all the bullshit. Do you remember in COVID? You remember in COVID where everybody was at home and they were jerking off, and then they were like, oh man, all I'm doing is jerking off. What if I was jerking off on a skateboard? What if I was on wheels jerking off? So everybody started ordering skateboards because they had nothing else to do besides jerk off at home. Well, all the skateboarding companies that were really smart, which was almost all of them, everybody was really smart. They're like, oh my God, everybody wants a skateboard and this is definitely going to last forever. Let's order a fucking Brazilian skateboards and we're going to have a warehouse fucking full of them. And then what? Turns out everybody found out the whole thing was fake, so they all went back to work. And then what happened? The demand fucking plummeted, and skateboarding companies were left with a bunch of fucking skateboards. That's why FA is like, we're having a warehouse moving sale. Buy $20 skateboard decks. DGK, fucking Primitive, whoever else was like, here's a fucking $50 bargain box. You get a hoodie, you get a deck and another deck and grip tape and whatever the fuck. It's because they're all trying to get rid of inventory that is stacking to the fucking ceilings. I went to a skateboard warehouse like 8 months ago. They told me they had 30,000 decks. 30,000 decks that they needed to get rid of. So people are fucking, painting over graphics. They're fucking sanding graphics. They're doing whatever the fuck they can to get rid of this shit. So P-Rod isn't just like a nice guy. You know, he doesn't want to just share his Tesla because he's really generous. He wants to get rid of his shit. He's trying to provide an incentive to get rid of his shit because he's got too much shit. We've all got too much shit. P-Rod especially has too much shit. _ Streethassle checkmark has left fucking awesome. Check out the post. It says, thank you Dill, Ave, Benny, Fletch, and Milk, Mike, for the last 10 years. # onwards and upwards. Heart. What's funny about this post is it got deleted. You go to his feed, this post isn't there anymore, which was confusing because it's not like one of those late night selfies where you're like, I'm gonna toss this up and see what kind of attention it gets. This is a calculated thing that one would concoct. You know, a goodbye FA post is not like, you know, some half-cocked kind of just spur of the moment. And it's an important thing. He's been there for 10 years, like he says. Why did this get deleted? Is he pissed at Dill? Is Dill pissed at him? Is there some kind of bad blood there for leaving? Is Dill upset because everybody's getting the fuck out of there? Someone else is leaving too, by the way. But a lot of people like to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some people do say that to me. They're like, you don't know what you're talking about. Do you remember who predicted people leaving fucking awesome? Or I said somebody would leave fucking awesome, and I did not know. Swear to God, hand on the Bible, I didn't know. In April of 2022, when I made my FA video, I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody left. Now look, dropping like fucking flies. I'm an oracle, and people still question me. Anyway, now Streethassle's leaving. Sean Pablo's gone. And he replaced this goodbye post with this. #Gamecore. It also ratioed the goodbye post, which is fucking hilarious. This post is sick. It's a transparent robot about to do a backsmith on some like Crux Lurpiv hybrid trucks. That's what AI does, by the way. AI just steals from everywhere. That's the only thing it's good for, is fucking stealing. He's leaving for Edgelord. The last people to leave FA were Tyshawn and Nikel, and it's been a little rough. Don't think they exactly hit the ground running. It's a little risky when you leave FA, right? And some people, when Tyshawn left, they're like, no, you're fucking stupid. And I'm sure some people say this to _ Streethassle also. They'll say, dude, Sean, this is a mistake. But also at the same time, people have been being like, one of the top parroted brainless comments on the internet is, FA stagnated, bro. FA fell off. Okay, so if everybody's commenting that shit and then people leave and then they're made wrong for leaving, what the fuck are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to become wolves and live in the fucking forest? Is that their third career move? No, they're gonna start their own shit or join some hipster fucking Harmony Korine's skateboard media, production, film, video game, AI, backed, generated, crypto scheme company. Pyramid scheme, Edgelord. That's what they're gonna fucking do. So I think it makes sense. Anyway, Harmony Korine, there he is. Look at him. He's all disheveled and he's got a shitty beard. He's like me, two creative forces in the world. He wrote Kids and directed Gummo. This guy actually, when you think about it, he's kind of like what exactly the dude that Strobeck has pretty much been copying for the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And by copying, I mean filming a bunch of teenagers doing drugs sitting down in public. I read on Slap and on Instagram, like, he should have just joined Violet. It's like, why? Why join fucking Strobeck's company when he copies Harmony Korine when you could join Harmony Korine's company? According to this thing that I stole, Edgelord is trying to blend the worlds of film and video gaming, creating projects using game engines, animation, imaging, AI, face swapping, and QR codes, break down the barrier of passively watching something and interacting with it. The ambition is to create an art form that's tailored to young people who are often overstimulated and attention deficient. That's me, as they juggle multiple screens. So instead of trying to change things, you know, and medicating or fucking healing everybody's fried attention spans, Edgelord is like, fuck it. Full speed ahead. let's just change the way we do everything to accommodate that. It's just a brave approach. They are not trying to fight the inevitable. The aesthetic, which Corinne dubs Gamecore, asks, what is the feeling of being inside of a game or even something close to a drug experience? Additionally, Edgelord has a high-tech clothing component. One sweater has a working monitor on it and a skateboard division. Does that clear it up for you? I certainly hope so. This is his pro graphic. Sean Pablo Edgelord. I don't know if these are just samples or if this is what they'll be selling, but it's all kind of the same thing. So I was confused why like the team board is the same as Sean Pablo's pro model pretty much, except it doesn't have like eyeballs and a face and stuff, which I was like, okay, this is fine. Like it's a cute little board. I don't hate it, but like, I kind of thought it would be cooler if they, you know, went with something more of along the lines of this infrared thing, like they are doing this Travis Scott movie in infrared. And I was like, it kind of would look more unique in the space of skateboarding, I feel, if they did something like this. So I recorded this about a week and a half ago, right before I left to Arizona. And while I was on that trip, Sean Pablo posted this, which is, I guess, exactly what I was asking for at the time. And then on the top, it's the same, pretty much it's the same dude. That might be Travis Scott, I don't know. But you can see it's got the Edgelord logo, those two lines, that's the E. I think this looks relatively cool. I think a board like this, it really matters sort of how much money they spent on it in person, and like, is it made of high quality shit? Is it like have any reflective, you know, properties to it? It'll really depend, but I think it looks different, which right now I feel is like the most important thing, because the last thing that we need is like another FA Violet hockey style thing, which is kind of what that first Sean Pablo graphic was making me think about. This gives me a little bit more faith, and I think those top graphics look kind of cool too. Dude, DeCenzo, my fucking man, congratulations. You know I love you and all that shit. He got married in his Footprint Pro model, dude. Joey Brzezinski was kind enough to send me a pair of these things. I opened the box and they smelled like a fucking overly chlorinated swimming pool. Like these were from the most chemically saturated Chinese shoe factory in the world. These things reeked of bleach when I pulled them out of the box. And by the way, it's so sick to get married in these because, dude, DeCenzo really is like a certified ripping god. The only thing DeCenzo cares about is fucking skateboarding. Like these shoes, they are not designed with anything in mind but sheer skateboarding performance. Like it's not like fucking Last Resort or Emerica or whoever the fuck else making a loafer that's skatable, you know, because you want to hit the session and then hit the bar right afterwards. None of that shit. Dude, these things have lace hole coverings on the side suede so that the shoe, when you look at it, it looks like a fucking Robin Hood frock or something. They are awfully awful. They're so fucking ugly. And DeCenzo wore them to get married. That's my fucking man. He was ready for any situation. He's like, if walking down the aisle, if I happen upon a nice 8 stair, I might kickflip it. Anyway, look at this. This is pretty funny. Jinwoo and Lil Wayne. You know what's crazy? I was thinking about this. I'm like, Lil Wayne has probably been skateboarding for longer than Jinwoo has been alive. Think about that. And Jinwoo is kickflip front blunt big spinning, and Lil Wayne still cannot fucking ollie. Lil Wayne turned himself pro. He gave himself a fucking pro board, like to promote some rum or something. It was really dumb. And he still can't fucking ollie. And there's a lot of talk right now about skateboarding, you know, like dying or downsizing. Andy Schrock made a video where he's wearing a fucking stupid red t-shirt and a stupid fucking blue hat with tacos on the top of it, and he's like, we're not doing good. And Aaron Cairo also, he made the same fucking video, and Dumb Data made a video talking about how badly that bitch fell off. That Scientologist bastard fell off, and they're like, well, the skateboarding industry is not doing so good right now, so it's affecting us. I'm like, is it? Is it affecting YouTube that hard, or is it the fact that maybe like everybody's figured out that you guys are like a weird infantilizing group of fucked up adults? Like, how long can you expect to run a fucking company in the case of Braille that basically funnels money from a child audience and pours it into Scientology? Do you think that's a sustainable business model, or are people going to start being like, huh, this is a little fucking weird? How many times can you duct tape Skittles to a Walmart board and go to the skate park and film yourself trying to fucking kickflip it? How many times is that going to work? Andy Schrock, how many times are you going to be able to fucking feed your kid exotic candies with a blindfold on and exploit him and ruin his fucking childhood because you are a creative, a content generator who has no fucking skill or talent of his own, so he has to pimp out his child for fucking clicks on the internet? Oh, I wonder why you guys aren't doing so well. Yeah, it's because skateboarding is fucking downsizing. Because skateboarding's in a downturn. That's why. It's not because you guys deserve to fail. That's not it at all.
Oh, damn, I'm shitting gold these days.
Let me just do this while I have the chance. Dwindle died. I never talked about this because I didn't fucking... Who gives a shit about Dwindle? You know what's great about skateboarders? And skateboarders pretend they care about stuff once it goes. It's like, you know, some movie star that died and maybe you saw their movie. Like, my mom will do shit like this. She'll be like, no, he's fucking dead. It's like, you didn't fucking love him, Mom. You barely knew who that guy was. That's how people are about skateboarding brands, like, you know, and they do it to the extent where, like, a shoe company like Fallen will go out of business, and then people will be like, no, bring Fallen back. I loved Fallen. It's like, when was the last time you bought a pair of fucking Fallens, man? Seriously. And then they beg for it so hard that some sucker will fucking buy the company and revamp it. And then they will continue skating blazers. That's how it goes in skateboarding. iPath is about to do that right now. Things in skateboarding have a lifespan, a cycle. They come, they're dope, and then they die. And that's okay. Like, the culture of skateboarding is a beautiful plant. You know what happens with plants is... some parts of the plants, they wither and they die. And you know what you have to do with the plant is you have to cut off the parts that are withering and dying so that the pieces that are still healthy can consume more resources so that they may flourish and the plant can grow bigger and stronger and be healthier. Almost Blind, Darkstar, Madness, Monarch. And they're selling their shit in Walmart now, and it's fucking okay. That's what I'm telling you. It's fine that that's happening. Do you know what I mean? It's not that bad. Jacuzzi Unlimited is Enjoy, like the shitty Enjoy. Like, Enjoy was cool 1,000 years ago. They should have let it die, but they didn't. Louis Barletta's like, oh, this is the only thing I know how to do, and I'm not going to fucking work at Trader Joe's. So I'm going to start another brand, and I'm going to put a bunch of people on it that nobody cares about. And I'm going to call it Jacuzzi Unlimited because it's just a joke. It's all just a joke. Also, you know what else? It's good that this fucking Dwindle thing died because it wasn't paying anybody to do any fucking thing. And they were just stealing money from skaters and artists and photographers and shit. So it's good it died. Jacuzzi Unlimited, they're like, okay, idea for a skateboarding brand. Let's, put a bunch of skaters on that people don't care about, and then they will get drunk, and then we'll film that, and then that'll be like the identity of the brand. Look, we'll even do an ad where this greasy guy pissed his pants. And then we'll run that. That's fucking really smart work, guys. This will bring me into, I think, what should be the last segment of this program, which is AI in skating. You know, Edglrd is doing AI stuff, which we'll see if they manage to use AI in a way that is cool, because AI, at the end of the day, it is a tool. It's not, I don't think, something that you can blame necessarily. I think that human beings are maybe still learning to work with it and to use it, and it's possible that it might become something that is kind of cool in the long run. But what I do know right now is the way that it's being used is kind of whack. And the reason I say that is because I saw this Jacuzzi graphic and I was like, that's a pretty nice graphic. That's a nice graphic. Good job, Jacuzzi Unlimited, because the one I saw before that was the team board, and it was like these disgusting fucking pastel colors that looked like an eye exam, and I just despised it so heavily. And they came out with this. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty smart. Until I found out they fucking stole it from a Michelob ad. And if you see on the right here, it's a beautiful piece of art. I mean, ads used to be kind of nice. They used to hire like fine artists, I guess, to do ads, because this is some real, this is a beautiful skyline. Like, look at those nice brown tones and look at the rocks and the sky. It puts you at ease. Like, there's a sense of calm while you're looking at this image of texture in the leather. And then Jacuzzi Unlimited comes along. They're like, that's nice. We'll take that and make it shitty. We'll use AI to make it shitty. Look at the repeated texturing in the rocks. They just replaced their giant chrome J in it. Everything about it is shittier. They took something that a human being made, a human being with a soul, a human being with a heart, that infused their personal essence and creative energy into to create a beautiful advertisement for a beer. And then they just stole that, they put it into a machine, and they made a disgusting, soulless piece of garbage. I noticed. How many of you reverse image searched the Jacuzzi Unlimited graphic because it was suspiciously good? None of you fucking did it. Only I did that shit because I know that Jacuzzi Unlimited cannot produce this shit on their own. They have to steal from somewhere. And by the way, I know that skateboarders and skateboarding graphics have stolen from brands and done spoofs and shit for a long time. That's kind of part of what everybody does. However, then that's fine. I am just anti-stealing and then just regenerating something that was kind of nice and well done and making a computer version of it and sticking your logo on it. I think that's horrible, and I don't think that should be encouraged. I think we as a species should care more about the nature of art. And also, last one is this Deshaun Jordan graphic. And on the surface, it's nice. Congratulations to Deshaun turning pro for April, or getting put on April and shit. That's cool. Definitely makes more sense than Toy Machine did. And it's him and his mom. But the closer you look, like, the more fucked this whole thing becomes. Why does it look like the child is wearing a mask? There's like a Looney Tunes cartoon bib on that has like uneven circles. What's that hand, that claw thing? There's like a watch that looks like a Salvador Dali painting. I mean, the longer you look at this thing, the baby's face, that's not what Deshaun Jordan looked like when he was a fucking baby. The longer you look at this thing, the more fucked it becomes. And I don't know how they arrived at this, but what I do know is they cheated. You guys should have paid somebody who knows how to turn a photograph into a piece of art, and you should not have plugged it into some fucking AI hacking software. I don't think that should be. I think Deshaun Jordan, if anything, deserves. I like Deshaun Jordan skating. I take the piss out of him all the time, but I think he's a great skater. He's one of the most entertaining guys in all of skateboarding. I think he deserves a better graphic than some shit that got put through an AI machine. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of borderline fucking disrespectful if you're Shane O'Neill or whoever the fuck is running the art department over there. Like, give him a graphic that, he can be proud of and that you can put on the wall, and then, like, as you're walking past it time and time again, you don't start to keep fucking noticing things that are wrong about it. Give him something that's meaningful. Let's, as skateboarders, create things going forward that are correct and, nice to look at and aren't wrong. Every fucking thing in this world is, every fucking room has plastic floors. Everything is fucking cheap and shitty, and you're not supposed to notice or talk about any of it. Let's not do that in skating, please. I'm signing off. Thank you for watching. Look at John Hill made a fucking thumbnail too. Fucking shitty John Hill made a shitty thumbnail. LA schools are banning skateboards. Why? Look, it's a fucking demon guy. It's like living in a nightmare, this stuff. No more. Please stop. Thank you. Yeah, pay some real artists again, guys. It should be especially evident that in a industry like skateboarding, where people are being taken advantage and not paid for and shit all the time, we should care. We should have some more ethical fucking substance than to start doing this kind of shit. So anyway, thank you guys all for watching and listening to me. Goodbye.
My bitch, you was your best. Can't keep my dick in my pants. My bitch don't love me no more. She kick me out, I'm like, bro. That bitch don't wanna be friends. I give her this, she a man.